Wait, I know you.
I think you might. I think you might.
You're wearing something very familiar to me. It's called a miniskirt, I believe.
It is sumptuous velour.
Sumptuous velour. You serve champagne when you're entertaining a young lady.
I am. This is. Oh wow! This is actually my wife. She has BB 8 months pregnant.
Oh wow! So you knocked some sensuous boots at some point.
We did. Very sensuous.
In the Love-nasium, or was it like in the Pulse Mouth? Okay.
So, my question, obviously,
Sure.
big fan of Zapp.
Thanks.
And that character I had heard was originally written for one of my other favorite actors, Mr. Phil Hartman.
Yes.
Who unfortunately we tried to get lost, before he could do that show. So I guess if you could talk a little bit about the experience of creating Zapp and in that situation.
I remember I still lived in New York City when I was on the Howard Stern show. I worked there for about 5 years. Hey, Robin, I just farted. Yeah, that's the Idiot's Guide to the Stern Show. But anyway, I was on there and I was coming home and my wife said to me, "Do you know who called here looking for you?" I said, "Who?" She said, "Phil Hartman." I said, "What?" And I knew enough people, voice people, that could pull an elaborate prank like that. Like Maurice LaMarche could have done it. You know what I mean? Or Jimmy Cummings, they could have called and said, "Where's Billy? I'm Phil Hartman." But no, it was him, and he left a number, and I called him back, and he said he called just to say that he was a fan of mine. And I said, "Jesus, I kind of know who you are too, And he said, "You know what you ought to do? You ought to get out of New York and move to California. Somebody like you would be going from studio to studio, and you'd be very busy." And he said, "If you ever do come out here, I'll help you get acclimated." How generous of spirit is that? You know what I mean? Actors aren't known for their spiritual generosity generally, but he was not insecure in any way, and he was very sincere. And then I find out that he got murdered. We did an M&M's commercial together, by the way. He played Chucky Barr, this pompous candy bar that thought he was all that, and he melted in the sun trying to become a girl. Oh boy. So he passed, and they asked me if I would do Zapp Brannigan. And I remember when I was talking with Phil Hartman, we had a lot in common. Like, we loved radio, like old-time radio. I used to call them big dumb announcers. They were the guys that when you heard them talking, you assumed they were lying to you. Because they'd be like, "Friends, you know what you and I need? Really need? A good cup of coffee." And I said, "Who talks like this?" And I could do it to make fun of it, but I always thought it was a put on, and there were guys like that. "Well, it's 6 minutes past the big hour, 7 o'clock, and, they have this hamburger helper of words. And it's like, that's the mark of somebody with nothing to say. Somebody who goes, "Giff, inform the men. I made it with a woman." And you know who talks like that? Judge Jeannie Pirro on Fox. "I just want to say," and she has nothing to say. And that's why she talks like that. She can take a half hour to say something that would take 45 seconds. And so, but anyway, that was part of the Zapp bit, as I worked in radio. And I knew all these big dumb disc jockeys before they moved on to after they got hit by a comet and the world changed. Big dumb announcer. And they went extinct because of that comet. And then there was a new breed. They were like raptors, and they were more facile, and they were quick-witted, and they were known as little dumb announcers. But that's what I used for Zapp Brannigan, is that deliberate, just unctuous, whatever the word is, I don't know, deliciously stupid. Have the boy pick up my underwear. The boy, sir? Yes, you pick up my underwear. So there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.